Hello, full moon Libra, happening on Monday, Moon Day, on April 6th. I am really excited for Libra full moon because this always means spring is coming eventually, I hope. And Libra is the planet that rules over beauty, all the beauty of the spring flowers, because Libra is ruled by Venus. And Venus, oh, don't we all love Venus? Venus rules over love and manifesting what you desire and beauty and relationships. And Libra is all about relationships, as it is that sign of the scales. And the scales going up and the scales going down, and having that work-life balance, emotional balance, being, even keeled, and the scales of justice are bringing so many lawsuits right now. I know so many personally and politically. There is a lot of lawsuits happening with this Libra full moon energy. And Libra's colors I'm wearing today are pink and blue. And if that's not just the color of babies to come, Libra also rules over fertility. So this is an excellent full moon for doing IVF or trying to get pregnant, really calling in an intention of fertility. And even as you get older, fertility means more than just having babies. Fertility's about creating something, and we planted those seeds in Aries, and now we want to have that fertility of spring flowers to really manifest what we desire. And I'm going to be talking more about manifesting what you desire throughout this video, because that is so Libra energy too. Libras are some of the most powerful manifestors I know, but they're real quiet about it. They're not real braggy like some of the other signs. They manifest amazing miracles on the daily, and they're so humble about it. It's just beautiful. And today I am at this wonderful space, Breathe, Love Bend, filming while my husband is photographing their healing space for a feature that we're doing in the Bend Health Guide. And it just feels so good to be out of my house right now, because we are in the midst of an incredible snowstorm. And I can't help but think of Rachel Carson's book, Silent Spring, as spring does not seem to be coming in the Pacific Northwest. We're just getting pummeled with storm after snowstorm after winter storm warning. Oh my gosh. And we were at the feed store. I was at the feed store with my son just getting chicken food, and we heard a guy in the parking lot say, "Snow's coming." And it just felt so old world to hear snow's coming. But we are in the midst of so many storms because we have that Uranus in Taurus, the earth sign, and conjunct the moon is crossing over Uranus and Taurus, and the north nodes in Taurus. So there's a lot of energy going on the planet, on the earth right now. Maybe you're feeling it too. And we just have so much to unpack astrologically today. If our night skies this month, we've got 5 planets in perfect alignment. And we also have the wounded warrior healer, Chiron in Aries, conjunct the sun, hitting everyone who was born between 1968 and 1977. And then that aspect is really going to expose your deepest wounds. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But then we also have, on the flip side, the luckiest day of the year for manifesting. The Sun Jupiter Cazimi is coming, and I love this. I have a whole separate video I'll put down in the description, because I've really unpacked how lucky this Jupiter-Sun conjunction is. And then maybe you all have been experiencing those solar storms causing Aurora Borealis, and some of us are having ascension symptoms with all the solar storms. And I also today want to teach you something I've learned in Navaratri about Kushmanda, the goddess who created our world with her smile. How awesome is that? And I'm hoping to make this a shorter video, even though we have all that to unpack. So I'm going to announce today's full moon astrology chart winner at the end. I'm going to get my bowl with the pieces of paper because honestly, I forgot to draw right before I started. So stay tuned to the end to find out if you won a full moon astrology chart reading. This week, as I'm recording this on Tuesday, March 28th, if it is clear skies at all for where you live, we will have 5 planets in alignment in the night sky. You can really see these. I've been watching these on my little star app on my phone. You can get free star apps. I'll put a link to the one that I use down below, but I'm sure there's a whole bunch of them. And we have Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, and Mars all lining up in perfect alignment with that moon. And look outside and just figure out on the star app. For me, it's in the southwest, but it just depends where your house, how your house faces and everything, where it will be. But and if you have your chart, you can even chart where all these planets are showing up in this powerful alignment. And I know some of you have told me this is confusing when I say look in your chart and look in the house. So I'm just going to really quickly post my own personal chart with the transits and circle what I'm talking about, like how you can see Jupiter is transiting a certain house, and then you just circle it, and you can just see which house each planet is traveling through. Like for me in my chart, Mercury and Jupiter are coming together in my 9th house of beliefs, education, and travel. And North Node, Venus, and Uranus are all moving into my 10th house of career. And things are really ramping up for me right now with my work at the Bend Health Guide and also doing Reiki classes and things. So the month of April is going to be about a lot of work for me. And then the moon and Mars are coming together in Gemini in my 11th house of friendship, right as I'm having this healthy happy hour on Saturday, April 1st at Halo Hyperbaric. If you live in Bend, I welcome you to come join us. It's just an open, healthy happy hour here in the Bend community. But so it's just fun. I really hope that you'll get a chart. I can put a link down to where you can get a free chart, like astro.com, and you can just see for yourself where these planets travel around and what houses, and those houses are lighting up for you. And it could be creativity, it could be that you're moving into a new home. And whenever we have this special kind of planetary alignment happening, it's really a sign that there are some higher energies supporting us right now. So if there's something you want to call in, if there's something you want to do, if there's some kind of change you want to make in your life right now, this is the time to manifest by simply aligning with what you desire energetically. And when I manifest amazing miracles, and people always tell me how lucky I am. You're so lucky you found that house for that amount of money, or you're so lucky you got a cool healing space when no one else can find healing spaces. I always say it's not luck. It's energetic alignment. I'm putting out my energy that I want to manifest a thing, and I'm energetically aligning to it. And then I can just be like a magnet. I just sort of pull in the thing. And I wish more people would tell me how aligned I am instead of saying how lucky I am, because that's really, luck seems like you didn't do anything, like it just fell into your lap. Instead of being lucky, it's more of an energetic skill where you make a choice every single day to stay in that positive energy, that love vibration alignment. And as the Libra full moon will teach us, it is definitely a balancing act. It's hard. I can't stay positive all the time. We all have those days you stub your toe and you spill your coffee and you're just having a negative day. So I'm not going to say I'm 100% positive, Reiki, love, light aligned at all times. But you fall out of alignment, you get back in alignment. And you just keep trying to stay aligned to the things you want to bring into your world, to the changes you want to see. And this is the kind of thing this energetic alignment is what I teach in my Reiki for Abundance class. And I am having a Reiki for Abundance class in Bend on April 15th. I have 2 spots left. I think all my massage clients have snagged up almost every spot except for 2 spots left. And I will put a link down below if you want one of those last 2 spots and you want to get a Reiki attunement. And the Reiki attunement, when you get a Reiki attunement, it doesn't have to be from me, but from whoever you get a Reiki attunement from, it opens your heart chakra. And when you open that heart chakra, you just get this higher vibrational energy that pours through your heart and down through your hands. And now you can align better with the things you want because you are at the higher vibration, as some of the things you want might be a higher energetic vibration. So it is fabulous. And I'll put a link down to my class information if you're interested. And then we also have an incredibly lucky, my favorite lucky astrology transit coming just after this full moon. It's the Jupiter Sun Cazimi. And I know I just got through saying it's not luck, it's alignment. So maybe it's a little bit of both. You know, it's being energetically aligned so that you can be in the right place at the right time so you can have that stroke of luck. And when you are energetically aligned to a lucky planet like Jupiter, whew, that is, I have a whole separate video about the Jupiter Sun Cazimi and how to align with the energy of this day, and I will link to that below. So I'm not going to unpack the Sun Jupiter Cazimi that is happening completely here, but it's really going to help the Aries. If you are an Aries, if you're an Aries sun or you have a lot of planets in Aries, drop a comment because I will send Reiki to what you're trying to manifest, because you are just already naturally aligned to manifest with this Jupiter Sun Cazimi happening in your sign of Aries right now. Whew, it is going to be a time of hope, faith, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion and belief. If you believe it, you'll receive it. If you believe it, then you'll see it. And I just tell all my Aries friends, this is your opportunity to meet with the king. You only get this opportunity once every 12 years. And this is your turn, Aries. So, you know, go before the king and ask. Ask the universe, ask source, ask God, whatever you call it. Ask for what you want, and ask, believe, and receive. This is the time for Aries especially. And also just look at where Aries shows up in your chart. Again, see what house it's in. That's the area that you might want to expand or have faith or hope or really receive something. So Aries, happy birthday. That's your present. I got you a Sun Jupiter Cazimi. You're welcome. But anyways, this is a time for all of us to really align with what it is we want to desire. And I will say one manifesting tip that I have is to stop wanting the thing that you want, or wanting your life to change, or I'll be happy when I get this, that, the other. It all begins within. And so when you want something, it's telling the universe, I don't have that thing. And that is coming from a place of scarcity. But when you are going to align with the energy, I want you to feel, sense, think, dream that you already have it. And what does that feel like? Instead of saying, I want a new home with an infinity pool, I'll say, I have this beautiful home and I love my infinity pool, right? Really get into the havingness instead of the wantingness. And because wanting puts that not having it out there, and having tricks your subconscious mind into thinking that you have it. And this is something I studied in psychology. I studied a kind of dream hypnosis psychology at Chico State in California, and my teacher was amazing. But you can actually hypnotize your mind to think that you have the thing that you don't have, and then you can manifest it that way. Because the truth is, our subconscious mind rules about 90% of our life, and yet the subconscious mind can't tell the difference between what is real, what actually happened, what you really have, the house you live in, or the house that you're dreaming of, or the house you're thinking of, or the house you're calling in. And then the subconscious mind starts to dream that you actually have the thing, and then suddenly the stars align and you do have the thing, because you kind of tricked your subconscious mind into feeling all the feels of having it. And you can just use your Jedi mind powers. I know this is getting pretty woo-woo for some of you, but just imagine that you have the thing that you want, and just sink into it, and then get into the receiving mode by really allowing all the sensations to fill your body, to come over you, your mind and your psyche, and just bathe in that feeling of what it would feel like to have whatever it is you want to have. And set aside that wanting in exchange for the feeling of having the thing. And really imagining it in your mind's eye, especially at night, just as you drift off to sleep. This is something I like to do right before I fall asleep, is just imagine the thing that I want to call in, and see if you can then dream about having it. If you can dream you have it, it's gonna come. And when you dream it into being with the power of your subconscious mind, instead of your busy waking I want it mind, you will have profound manifestations, I promise you. And this Jupiter Sun Cazimi can really help to lift you out of that 3D, it has to look like this, you know, and the world is like that, into this higher quantum healing 5D, that this ascension that is happening on our planet right now that so many of us signed up for in this lifetime. And we also have these intense solar storms happening right now, creating an incredible Aurora Borealis, and these powerful geomagnetic storms that we've been experiencing on our whole planet, raising the energetic vibrations of our planet and of our very own body, soul, and beings as well. And these storms are going to continue to just ramp up all the way until 2025, according to NASA. And I kind of have FOMO right now, that fear of missing out, because I did not get outside for an adventure. I didn't look up for I kind of peeked out my backyard a few times. I never saw the Aurora Borealis, but I did sleep so much, so deep sleep. And I felt really tired over those 3 days that we were having a solar storm, and I definitely had these mystical, magical dreams that I cannot even comprehend enough to explain, but I really was feeling an energetic download for sure. And during these geomagnetic storms, you can tap into a higher vibrational frequency, and so many of us, you don't even have to try, your body just does it. I mean, the storms come, the frequency's there, your body knows what to do, and something higher takes over, and you just download this geomagnetic storm, high vibrational energy. A lot of light workers, healers, empaths experience this. Let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced this. But it's all a part of that advancing on the 5D ascension that is happening, and you're essentially downloading these galactic star codes that just have all kinds of information for your body, for your DNA, for your soul, for your chakras. It gets really complex. There's tons of stuff. You can go down a rabbit hole about solar storm ascension symptoms, but we also did a video about these symptoms that you will experience. I'll put a link down below. And we made some binaural healing with distance Reiki music that you can listen to during a solar storm to just kind of ground yourself as you're receiving the star code downloads. It can be a lot. And I like to call it the cosmic flu. You can have all kinds of symptoms that really feels like a cold or a flu. I know a lot of people are feeling sick right now. Headache, insomnia, or sleeping too much. it goes either way. Ringing in the ears, vertigo, dizziness, confusion, all these kinds of things are happening to a lot of people right now. And it's not like you're contagious. I just like to call it the cosmic flu. And I definitely had symptoms. And I felt during the night that we had the strongest Aurora Borealis, I felt so much going on in my throat chakra. And it wasn't like a sore throat or coughing like you would get from a cold. I still have a weird raspy voice, but it was more like my throat was just exploding. And I saw a download of this incredible, bright, electric blue light that was just pouring into my throat. At the same time, my throat hurt. But even though it hurt, I knew something magical was happening. So I just trusted the process, and you'll want to trust the process when you get this kind of cosmic flu. It feels very mind altering. I feel like I'm high or stoned or something, and I'm really not, or like I'm on cold medicine. I'm not. This is normal, but it's such an energetic download, just like getting a Reiki attunement in a Reiki class. When you open that heart chakra and you get that Reiki attunement, I always say it seems like somebody put something in your drink. You're just a little, I'm a little woozy, so that is what we get with these solar storms. And that healing crisis can occur for so many people. If you've ever experienced where something healing is happening, but you feel worse in the moment. And that healing crisis so many of us are feeling from the solar storms just ties right into the next transit, which is Sun conjunct Chiron, that wounded warrior healer in Aries I was talking about. And when it rains, it pours. We are just having all this healing energy, but healing crisis, but look at your wounds. It's like a lot of people are going through some big healing. And one of my clients is a nurse, and she said the hospitals are just full of people in a major healing crisis right now as well. So when it rains, it pours. But Chiron has been in Aries since 2019. So we're in for the long haul. When Chiron enters Aries, he likes to hang out. It's his favorite place. It's his home. Chiron is at home in Aries. So he's sticking around until 2027, bringing a powerful healing crisis. Chiron and Aries return to everyone who was born between 1968 and 1977. So raise your hand if that includes you, that includes me. And those of us that were born between 1968 to 73, we're pretty much wrapping up. We're mostly done with this return. Phew. And we probably had it finished, but as long as Chiron doesn't retrograde way back, and I hope he doesn't. But it's the ones, those of you born between late 1973 to 1977, you are next in line. You're really going to be feeling this Chiron Sun conjunction. And all you can do is begin the deep work of healing past traumas, old deep wounds, things your parents did that you really need to forgive. Forgiveness. There's a book called Radical Forgiveness. It is the best process you could do around your childhood, I tell you. But you will just be doing a lot of deep work, and you'll want to get the self-care, body work, Reiki, massage, hypnosis, yoga, breath work, and therapy. So much therapy. If you could get some therapy during your Chiron in Aries return, it will really, really benefit you. And this can also be a powerful Libra full moon month to connect to a higher power. This can be whatever it looks like for you. It can be God, it could be Buddha, Mother Mary, Jesus, Source, the universe. All higher forms are welcome here. Let me know what your favorite higher form is in the comment. I'm open to all of them, and I am doing this incredible Navaratri right now with Sounds True. It's a Hindu celebration of the 9 nights of the goddess, and really celebrating the divine feminine energy. And if you're watching this before Navaratri ends, I think you can still get it on Sounds True. I'm going to link down below. I'm not sponsored in any way. I just really love this. It has been amazing because the woman, I hope I'm going to say her name right, it's Acharya Shunya. And she wrote an incredible book called Roar Like a Goddess. And it's every woman's guide to becoming unapologetically powerful, prosperous, and peaceful. And she's been teaching us about a different goddess every single day. And my absolute fave one so far is Kushmanda. Have you ever heard of Kushmanda? She created the world with her divine smile. Just take a moment to just take a deep breath and smile. And you can really tap into Kushmanda just by breathing in and smiling. Smiling just makes me laugh. So Kushmanda, talk about manifesting through effortless alignment. Just simply smiling, she manifested our world. And her name, Ku, means little. And Ushma means energy. And Anda means a cosmic egg. Ooh, I love that. And you can call upon Kushmanda for protection. Just imagining that she places a golden egg of radiant light and energy all around you, so nothing can energetically get to you. It's like the almost like the evil eye symbol that just pushes away any negativity that tries to come in. It just bounces right off and is returned to sender. And so you can always call upon Kushmanda anytime you need that kind of energetic protection, because she was born in a time when the universe was no more than a void full of black darkness. In the galaxies, there was no indication of any world to be found anywhere. Yet Kushmanda appeared as a simple ray of divine light that is ever present and still exists upon our world today. And Kushmanda's light spread everywhere throughout the galaxies, illuminating each and every nook of that dark void of night galaxy skies. And this sea of light was formless, but suddenly this ray of light began to look like a divine woman. And the goddess Kushmanda was born, and the birth of the universe occurred because of the smile, this silent smile that came across her face. And it sent away all the darkness, and she produced this cosmic egg of golden, radiant light energy from which the earth, the universe, the worlds were born. And so the goddess centered herself in between the sun and the earth, and she became this cause of energy and light that was necessary for life on earth. And the sun gives life to the world, and goddess Kushmanda herself is that power of that divine sunlight energy that we get, that warmth and radiant golden light from the sun, is Kushmanda. And she is the source of all radiant warmth, light, and energy. And when she resides within the core of the sun god, it was to create a balance in the universe and provide life to all living beings from her sun rays. And she is pure Shakti energy. So you can also call on Kushmanda when you need that kind of resilient Shakti energy, like the energy of the divine sun. And now on to the Sabian symbol for Libra at a very late 16 degrees. I prefer to read 17 degrees of Libra because that's really what we're going into here with this full moon. And the 17 degrees of Libra is a retired sea captain who watches ships entering and leaving the harbor. And the keynote is a capacity to gain an objective, calm understanding of human experiences one was deeply involved in. An old age may or may not bring one a calm understanding as one remembers the crisis overcome and the quiet enjoyment of great life vistas or peak experiences. But wisdom and inner serenity can hardly develop without the one overcoming struggles and conflicts. The sea captain sailed his ship through the storms of consciousness, his mind perhaps battered by windy gales, and his ego crew perhaps in revolt. Now there is peace and quietude. He watches, he knows, others will learn. The captain has overcome the storms, and the anticorona is between the incarnate consciousness and the transcendent, soulful, calm mind that is beyond the struggles and victories. And this is our ascension mind. This is a higher state of being. This is enlightenment. This Libra's full moon gift for us all this month is to let go of anything that is no longer serving you now. Release the struggles and conflicts. Stop giving your energy to anything that is not for your highest healing good. And change your focus to align with what it is you see yourself having. I think I wrote this one for myself. Isn't it funny? Sometimes you tell your best friend advice and it's really advice you need to hear yourself. So we have this incredible window this month. Yeah, we might have the cosmic flu. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But we also have this opportunity to align with what it is we want to manifest in this calm, detached way, like Kushmanda, simply smiling. What if you could just manifest through a smile this month? And we can become the light now, but we really should try to get after whatever those seeds of intention we planted on the new moon Aries. Let's try to make it happen, because soon in April next month we have that wicked Scorpio eclipse, says the Scorpio. I mean, I'm not afraid of Scorpios, but I'm afraid of this eclipse. And Mercury retrograde is coming, dun dun dun, and a bunch of other things. It gets really intense all over again, and I'll be telling you to hide under the bed next month. So enjoy the higher vibrational energies of manifestation, of alignment, while we can embrace it with this Libra full moon, and enjoy the light of this magical full moon. If you can get out and see those planets aligning, look at the moon and stars, and the sun that is Kushmanda shining a little bit brighter and longer for those of us in the northern hemisphere. And the winner for this full moon astrology report is Gwen Allison 8668, who commented about having some big changes in her life, and I can't wait to see what your astrology chart says about that. Gwen, if you can just find my link, Mimi Healing Arts, in the description, and contact me with your birth date and information, I'll get started on that. And thank you so much, all of you, for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and help me keep this going. I really appreciate hearing all your stories. It means the world to me. So I look forward to seeing you on the next new moon in April.